I'm back. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I am back at it. Okay, RFG is back, and I'm here to break down the true origins of cremation and the overall journey of the soul after so-called death. Okay, I'm back. Back to shatter more paradigms, and I just want everyone to know before I play this video that cremation was the first method of how to deal with the dead, or I should say how to guarantee the soul, okay, to make it back to the cosmic current. Cremation was the first method to do that. Okay, and this cremation started before the moon became an enemy to humans on the earth. Okay, the moon was brought to this earth, okay, to help humanity, but when this world was taken over by the fallen one, by Set, by Ogo, by Yaldabaoth, they turned the moon into a object, okay, to harvest human souls. So before the moon, okay, was turned into a diabolical object, this right here, okay, this cremation ceremony, this is how the ancestors, how they took care of their dead. It basically guaranteed you an opportunity to connect back with the cosmic current. Of course, if you had a heavy heart, the cremation process still wouldn't help you connect back to the cosmic current. Okay, because that's what it's all about. Father Time, Ogo, Set, Saturn, Kronos. He separated the waters below from the waters above, okay, which created the realm of air. Now, I know this is going to shock a lot of people listening. I think the moon was created, okay, before Father Time separated the waters below from the waters above. But before Father Time created the realm of air, I think that the moon, okay, was still connected to this earth and the cosmic current. Okay, now I'm going to go into much further detail as this video, okay, carries on, but I want everyone to know that the truth is shown in the movies, and in Star Wars they depicted the Jedi, okay, this group of very spiritual warriors. They took care of their dead, okay, the same way. The Jedi had their dead cremated. And what this is personifying is how the ancients took care of their dead past 42,000 years ago. 42,000 years, okay, before this time, that's when the cremation process started. That's when the waters were separated from the waters below. The waters above were separated from the waters below 42,000 years ago, folks. Okay, and I'm going to be breaking all of this down. And okay, the Jedi represent the carbonated people of the earth. Okay, the people who are most strongly tied to the cosmic current. Okay, so the Jedi, they cremated their dead. Okay, we're getting ready to see why.
Funeral, by definition, was the cremation of a Jedi who fell in battle, with the exception to bodies left in extreme environments, or those who simply vanished upon passing away. A Jedi's body would be engulfed in flames to form ashes. But why? Why was cremation preferred to burial? Well, let's find out. Cremation in the galaxy far, far away was actually the preferred funeral practice. Speculation pointed towards the overwhelming population of worlds. However, rather than simply save space, the reason for cremation came down to cultural and religious reasons. For example, the people of Naboo cremated corpses within 2 days of passing away in order to return their spirit to the planet. Unfortunately, during the Galactic Civil War, Imperial control on Corellia made it difficult to return the bodies of those who had fallen off-world. The residue of cremated Corellian exiles, as a result, was often compressed into synthetic diamonds, which were then taken to the Corellian sanctuary. So, why were Jedi cremated? Was it also a consequence of culture, or were Jedi burned to ashes to set their Force spirit free? Well, the answer's simple: honor. Rather than burying them under 6 feet of dirt, Jedi were cremated to set their essence free so they could become one with the Force. It was essentially symbolism of their allegiance to the light side.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. He said that they were cremated so their essence, that means that each chakra point, okay, that makes up their soul, would be set free from the physical body, would be set free from matter, from the matter realm. Okay, the cremation was done so the electromagnetic essence, okay, the orgone energy, which is our soul, which is our being, would be completely free from the material realm and would connect back to the cosmic current. See, when they say the force, they're talking about orgone energy. They're talking about the cosmic current of the universe. Okay?
Bodies of Sith were sealed within dark tombs. Jedi were engulfed in light. It is worth noting though that cremation had nothing to do with the creation of Force ghosts, as that particular skill was achieved through a Force technique. So, in short, fallen Jedi were honoured by creation, allowing their essence to roam free. If you have a question about the Star Wars universe that you would like answered in the series, then leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and for more Star Wars related content, keep a look to.
Yep. Okay, so that's gonna wrap that video up. And he basically stated the same thing I did. Cremation was done by our ancestors before the moon was used against humanity. Cremation was done so basically our Akashic records, our soul's essence would meet up with our Akashic records, okay, when they reached the waters above. We would go back into the gas state, okay? Our DNA, all of our Akashic records, our ancestral memory, all of that information would be burned and put into a gas state. The gas state would go all the way through the Earth's atmosphere, okay, and hit the cosmic current, the waters above, okay? After the moon was used against humanity, that is when cremation stopped. Okay, that's when cremation stopped. Okay, you could not be a Jedi unless you had something called a midi-chlorian count. Midi-chlorians were, according to, on the Star Wars books, midi-chlorians were they were microscopic organelles. They're called organelles, and they live in cells. And they control the entire function of the cell, okay? And they connect the cell to orgone energy, okay? Because the Force in Star Wars is orgone energy. Orgone energy is the neutral force that binds electric and magnetic forces. So you could not be a Jedi unless you had a certain count of midi-chlorians, okay? These little tiny organelles in the cell that are basically the nucleus outside of the nucleus, okay? The nucleus inside and outside of the cell nucleus. Okay, that's what the midi-chlorian was. But see, the midi-chlorian is really nothing but neuromelanin. The midi-chlorian in the Star Wars movie series, okay, the substance that, made all the Star Wars characters Jedis, that same midi-chlorian count is nothing but a neuromelanin count in real life. See, the neuromelanin sits outside of the cells, especially the brain cells. And there's more smaller particles of neuromelanin inside of the cell, and they control the entire cell function. See, this is what you're not going to learn in schools, folks. This is what you're not going to learn, at these universities. They're not going to teach this. Okay, this is the real reality of the world we live in. Okay, this neuromelanin right here is basically the soul. The soul, okay, that is living in the physical realm. This is what neuromelanin is, and it controls the cell function, the bodily function. You see, it's a binder of electric and magnetic forces. It's an accumulator of orgone energy. Okay, so the neuromelanin in real life, that is what the midichlorian is in Star Wars. So when you hear somebody say this one is strong with the Force, this one is very strong with the Force, they're just saying this one has a real high neuromelanin count, a very strong presence, a very strong aura. Okay? So when we look at, let's see, this next slide right here, you see the cell count. We have a cell count in our body which reaches 50 to 60 trillion. Okay, and after the body dies, this is what a lot of people don't understand. After the body, quote unquote, dies, there are hundreds of billions. There are hundreds of billions of these cells that die immediately. That would be most of the cells in the brain. But then there's also hundreds of billions, even trillions of other cells that stay alive in our bodies after we die. Okay, after we so-called die, there are hundreds of billions, even trillions of cells that stay alive. And guess what? They stay alive anywhere from 3 days all the way to 2 weeks. Anywhere in between 3 and 13 days is how long cells in your body can stay alive after so-called death, folks. This is why the ancients waited. The ancients waited to perform cremation or to perform mummification. You see, they had to wait for all the pieces of our souls to leave our bodies. They had to wait for all the pieces of our souls to leave our bodies because, like I've been stating, our soul consists of tiny subatomic particles, which are known as Metatron's cube. So each part of the soul, each tiny piece of the soul, that's known as a light photon, when our soul breaks out of each light photon, that's going to take time because there's trillions of microscopic light photons that our soul is trapped in. Okay? Okay? It's right here. 11 weird parts of your body that stay alive after you, quote unquote, die. Okay, it says right here, if you're a fan of all three things creepy, then you might be wondering what happens when you die. Do parts of your body live on? Do your fingernails really grow? Can your severed head exist in a jar and be brought back to life in the future? The answer is yes and no. Once the human body dies, it takes several days, maybe a week or 2, before all parts of the body shut down and stop functioning completely. Psychic and spiritual counselor Davida Rappaport tells Bustle, once your heart is stopped and you're clinically dead, you'll be well beyond noticing anything that's happening to your body. After the heart stops beating, oxygen supply to the brain cut off. Claudia Hammond noted, with no glucose store to rely on, nerve cells die within 3 to 7 minutes. So that really is it. But some, right here, says, but some bodily processes like digestion can tick along while bacteria, which are obviously alive, whether you are not, continue to do their thing. Nothing beyond that, though, can technically survive death. So say goodbye to your dreams of coming back to life in a possible zombie apocalypse. Now, this is what Miss Rappaport is saying, okay? And Miss Rappaport works with a mainstream news outlet, okay? And Rappaport is a Zionist last name, okay? It is a Zionist Jewish last name, Rappaport, so let's keep that in mind. Now, right here, it says your skin cells keep on living and growing after death. Right here, it says hair and nails appear longer. Right here, it says some bodily functions keep functioning, digestion continues. Right here, it says the brain remains active. According to these researchers, the brain remains active after death. Rappaport didn't state that. Okay? Muscles can still move and twitch. Okay? And like I said, this is 3 days to 2 weeks after the body is dead. Okay? A week or two. Okay? After the body is pronounced dead. Okay? Men can still have an erection, can still get an erection after death. Okay? Okay? Ejaculation can occur. Okay? All these things can happen to a body after it's dead. This is because it takes trillions, it takes tens of trillions of cells time for them to release their orgone energy. You see? For them to release the neuromelanin, folks. It takes time because our neuromelanin, okay, which is connected to the orgone energy, it takes time. You see, we are light. We are the darkness and the light. Okay, we are the neurocarbon and the light. You see, so this right here, this Metatron's cube, it represents creation because it represents creation in this third dimensional realm, in this realm of matter. Anytime you deal with creation in the third dimensional realm of matter, you're dealing with the Metatron cube. You're dealing with the light photon. So the reason why trillions of cells in our body stay alive for anywhere from 3 days to 2 weeks after we die, okay, is because it takes time for all the pieces of our soul to leave our body, okay? Because our soul is you call it fractured, or it's fractured up into different fractions, different tiny subatomic pieces in our body. Okay? If you look at a piece of our skin under a microscope and then you zoom in on that, and then you see a molecule of our existence, and then you zoom in on that and you see our atom, you would be able to zoom in on that atom and you would be able to see, okay, hundreds of thousands of these cubes called light photons. The ancestors called it Metatron's cube. You see, but they're really light photons. And what they do is they hold our light, which is pieces of our soul. They hold pieces of our soul in a magnetic field, which creates matter. So after death, it takes time for the pieces of our soul to leave the magnetic field of matter. Okay? Which is why it takes time for all of our souls, okay, to quote unquote die after death. You see? Okay, so I had to break that down. Cremation, like I said, was only relevant 42,000 years ago and beyond that. Okay? And that was before the moon was used against humans, on this earth, if you were to cremate yourself this day and age, all you would be doing is just speeding up your reincarnation process. Let me repeat. If you cremate yourself today, all you would be doing is just speeding up your reincarnation process. Okay? Because the moon is now in control over the Van Allen belt over the earth, which is a harvester of orgone energy from the earth's surface. So, you know what I'm saying? No matter how long you wait, if you do the cremation thing, all what's going to happen is your body's going to leave the matter state, enter the gas state, and it's going to rise up, okay, on the top of the Earth's atmosphere, and the moon is going to harvest it and project that energy right back out to the Earth's surface. So everybody getting cremated, folks, everybody who's getting cremated and everybody who's getting put 6 feet under in graveyards, they're all being reincarnated into new life forms. Period. Period. End of story. That's why you see all these stories of hauntings and all these stories of ghosts and, all these instances of demonic possession and all this crazy demonic energy being spread on the earth. It's because we're not taking care of our dead properly, ladies and gentlemen. We're not taking care of our dead properly. Okay? Okay? And the ancients, you see, the ancients knew about this. You see, the ancients knew about this. This is why, they practiced mummification on every single continent, okay, that built pyramids. On every single continent, every culture practiced mummification. Okay? So cremation was only, successful and relevant before the moon got hijacked by archons, by demonic entities. So now cremation is only going to cause you to be, reincarnated faster. You see? Now, right here, we have something that backs up what I'm saying. When you look up the history of cremation, right here, it says, okay, from the archaeologists themselves, cremation dates from at least 42,000 years, folks. Cremation dates from at least 42,000 years ago on archaeological record, okay? With the Mungo lady, the remains of a partly cremated body found in Lake Mungo, Australia. You see? So, basically, the mummification process started after the moon was hijacked by demonic entities. Can I give an exact date on when the moon was hijacked by demonic entities? No, I cannot. But if I had a chance to make an estimated guess, I would say at least 26,000 years ago. So anywhere from in between 26 and 46,000 years, 26 and 40,000 years ago, that's when the process of mummification was invented. Okay? And mummification was to stop us, okay, from going to the false mother, which is the moon, which is the hijacked moon. The hijacked moon is the false mother, okay, and the cosmic current is the real mother. What the Dogon call Amma, that is the real mother. That is the real cosmic mother. Amma, the center of the Milky Way, is the real cosmic mother. The moon, you see, was supposed to help us transition to the cosmic current. Now it does not. Okay, it keeps us on this Earth's surface. Therefore, the moon is the false mother. The moon is the false mother, folks. It's the false mother. It's the matrix. It's the astrological body controlling this physical matrix on this earth. Okay, and mummification was practiced by every single culture all across the world for a reason. They didn't do it for no reason. What it did was it it basically, I don't want to say it repelled, but it kept the soul out of the body. It kept all the pieces of the soul out of the physical body, which forced the orgone energy, okay, to be magnetized to the center of the earth, the underworld. It made sure we took that trip to the underworld to inner earth, okay, so our heart could be weighed, because people don't understand this. Not anybody can just be qualified to go to a quote unquote heaven, to go to 5D. Not anybody can be qualified to do that. If you still have attachments to this material matrix, you're going to stay here. Okay? And our ancestors knew that. So it basically gave our ancestors an opportunity to connect back with the cosmic current. If our ancestors had any kind of major attachment to this material world, or, they had too much hatred, animosity, envy, and just pride and lust in their heart, on this material realm, they would stay here. They would, their souls would be put back into another life form on this earthly realm. Okay, after they would be after they would be mummified. You see, mummification, it didn't 100% stop reincarnation, or what some would consider damnation. It didn't stop that 100%. But what it did was it guaranteed an opportunity for the soul to connect back with that cosmic current. You see, they call it mummification, and in French, okay, it's tied to the mother. It's tied to mommy. It's tied to mommy. You see, in the French, they called it mommy, because what this did was it connected us back to the cosmic mommy, the cosmic mother. You see, the Dogon called it Amma. You see, and that's what mummification was supposed to connect our souls back to. So this whole process, you see, our soul would go all the way down to inner earth, okay, to meet up with Anubis. Okay, I'll get this picture of Anubis up real quick. You see right here on the corner, Anubis would weigh the heart, okay, in the underworld. Okay, I just did a video on the K9. You see, they are the guardians of the underworld. Your heart would be weighed. If it was not lighter than the feather of truth, you would be consumed by a demon named Amit, or your life force would be put back on the earth's surface to enter a new life form, a new body of a new life form. Okay, it was either you were consumed by Amit, or you had to redo the whole life process on earth again. Okay, depending on whether your heart was heavy or light. You see, and if your heart was lighter than the feather of truth, this is what happened to your soul. You see, you would be put on the ark. You'd be put on the ark of Ra. You'd be put on the ark. You see, the ark of Ra. You see, and this ark would guide your soul from the waters below to the waters above. Now, a lot of people know what the Berkland Current is. All the Berkland Current is, the Berkland Current is the Halls of Amenti. Let me repeat. The Berkland Current, the opening of the North and the South Pole, is a hole in this Van Allen belt that the moon has projected over the earth. So the holes in this Van Allen belt are in the North and the South Pole. They're called the Halls of Amenti. So the Ark of Ra, and what it does is it guides your soul, okay, to become part of the cosmic current again. The mainstream scientists call it the Berkland Current. It's really the cosmic current. It's really the Halls of Amenti, okay, which is a flow of orgone energy that connects us back to the cosmic mother, the cosmic womb. Okay, that's why it's called mummification. It's to guide us back to the cosmic mother. Okay, so we would go from the tomb back to the galactic womb. You see, the cosmic womb. You see, and our souls had to take a trip to inner Earth before we could have an opportunity to do that. See, you cannot stop this day and age. You cannot stop your soul from going to inner Earth. You're gonna go to an inner Earth upon death. Period. End of story. You're gonna go to the inner Earth. Now, whether your heart is lighter than that feather of truth or not, that's gonna be solely up to you. That's gonna depend on the energy you're carrying upon your death. That's gonna depend all on you. Okay? You're in control of your higher self and your lower self. Your higher self has to outweigh. I'm not saying you have to be 100% perfect, but your higher self has to outweigh your lower self in order for you to float from the waters below to the waters above. You see, to become part of that cosmic current again, you got to connect with the halls of Amenti. You see, and this is all, you can research this all in the tablets of Thoth, folks. Thoth was one of the gods that mastered immortality in the physical matrix, in the physical realm, you see. But he also taught how to get back, you see, to the realm of pure energy, you see. And in Star Wars, they call it the Force, being one with the Force. You're really being one with the cosmic current. You're really being one with the flow of orgone energy, okay? The cosmic waters. So right here, you see, if your heart was lighter than that feather, you went from the boat that took you to the waters below, okay, and transported you to the waters above. Okay? Now the moon, what does the moon represent in astrology? The moon represents the mother. Okay? The moon is in control of this matrix. We know that the moon is in control of this material matrix on Earth. Okay, so what did they call the moon? They called the moon, you see, mother. The mother of the matrix. See, mother. You see? Soul. You see, they want it to represent our soul because they want it to harvest our soul. You see? The mother. So the moon is the false material mother of this material realm. See, that's the moon. And you know, the best way to break out of that, like I said, it's the mummification process. We have to get hip to that. We have to get hip to that, folks, because that is the only way we are going to guarantee our loved ones an opportunity to escape the reincarnation process. Okay? If you want your loved ones to have an opportunity to connect back to this cosmic current, I highly suggest like-minded individuals are going to have to get together and start creating facilities where mummification is practiced. We're going to have to bring the ancient ways back, folks. We're going to have to bring the ancient ways back, folks. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Okay? Because this cremation thing, this cremation process, it's not going to get it done. It's not going to get it done, folks. Okay, all cremation is going to do is cause our souls to, you know, incarnate in this material realm faster. So we are going to have to get hip to this mummification process. I believe mummification took damn near in between 30 and 40 days. Okay? Because they knew, you see, the ancients knew how important it was to escape reincarnation. They knew how important it was for the soul's essence to escape reincarnation. So they made sure all the I's were dotted, all the T's were crossed, all of the essential oils, all of the chemicals, you see, that were needed, all of the herbs that were needed to move our orgone energy, okay, to inner Earth, so we could have an opportunity to connect back with the cosmic current. You see, they knew they had to have everything right. That's why this practice was done so precisely, folks, and it was done with such detail and precision. Think about it. Think about it. And it took 40 days, and every culture across the world practiced it for thousands of years. That is for a reason. And it was to make sure the soul had a fair opportunity to either connect back to the cosmic current, be consumed by demonic entities, or enter a human body. Okay, the only practice that guaranteed a human soul those three options is mummification. Plain and simple. Plain and simple, folks. So, that's really, going to sum up the information I had on this topic. My next video, I'm going to be breaking down, Green Lantern. Okay, I'm going to be decoding the superhero known as the Green Lantern. You see, Green Lantern Decoded, and it will be available on the Patreon account. Okay, on the Patreon account. If you have not seen, the Patreon account that I have set up, this is what I have right here. Okay, for the Patreon account. Okay, I specialize, the movie decoding videos. Whatever you guys request, that's what I'm going to give you guys. And like I said, I start out as low as $5 per month. $5 per month will give you full access to all movie decoding videos. Okay, then there's a phase 2 tier, which is $10 a month. Full access to all movie decoding videos, full access to all TV series decoding videos. Phase 3 tier is only $15 a month. Full access to all movie decoding videos, full access to all TV series decoding videos, full access to all videos of me deciphering global events. Okay, all three of those, okay, unlimited for only $15 a month. Phase 4 tier is $20 a month. That is full access to all movie decoding videos, TV series decoding videos, videos of me deciphering global events, and full access to videos of me exposing pro sports events, pro sports rigging, okay, after the sports events play out. So if you want to get exclusive videos of me giving my opinion and decoding, sporting events after they play out, giving profound knowledge on those matters, okay, that only costs $20 a month, including all of this, the phase 4 tier package. Okay, and phase 5, the crystal membership, that is $100 a month, and you could just read everything that comes with that. And another thing that comes with the phase 5 crystal membership is I will have videos up where I am giving away the information to Super Bowl 54, Super Bowl 55, 56, 57, 58, the NBA Finals this year, the World Series this year. You know what I'm saying? The NBA Finals and the World Series next year. I'm be giving that all out on the Patreon. Like I said, to those willing to pay, to become part of the Crystal membership. So basically, I'll be giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm just going to be asking, for handouts. You feel me? So, with all that being said, I appreciate everyone who supports RFG and Atlantean movement. I appreciate everyone, who has supported this, the Patreon page. We are on the rise. We are on the rise, folks. So, with all that being said, peace and love, everybody, and I will be back soon. So, take care of everyone around you in your circle. Take care of your mind, body, and your spirit. Peace out.